I can play many roles with this voice changer Tsumugi made.
Well, why don't you try playing Leroux's father and mother from past life?
I'll try it.
Well then, Episode 8, here we go. Episode 8, Gold Rush America. A beautiful farm spreads out at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. Huts and tents line the riverside road, ruining the scenery. A short distance away, on top of a small hill, stands an old house, and a boy comes out of the front door. It is Jack. His mother appears behind him with a difficult look on her face and talks to Jack. Mother speaks.
Jack, I'm so sorry.
Mom, it's okay. It can't be helped.
You're going to go talk to Stella now, aren't you?
Yeah, for now.
Then Jack's father shows up. He looks down at the men with colanders and shovels by the river.
It's all the 49 heirs' fault. Money-hungry people.
Jack leaves the house alone. There is a woman knitting in the garden. Nina, a young girl in a dress, comes out of the building. Nina walks so that her mother will not notice her, but her mother slowly turns around.
Where are you going dressed like that?
Nina is thrilled, but quickly smiles and turns around.
Mother, I have to wear a dress to class today.
You have other dresses to wear.
I can't dance well unless it's the same as the real thing.
You know, with yesterday's storm, there's water everywhere.
Yes, I'll be careful, Mother.
Nina turned her back and stuck out her tongue. Nina walked out of the gate and signaled Jack, who was hiding behind a hedge, to head for the river. At that time, a light appears in the sky. Leroux, Picture and Big Rose go out from the light. Big Rose smiles to Picture. It's a pleasure to be with you, Sir Picture. However, Picture has a difficult expression.
You're in the process of being punished, aren't you?
Big Rose was at a loss for an answer. At that moment, Leroux looked at the people on the field and said,
It's the 49ers.
Big Rose turns to Leroux. 49ers?
My dad calls them so.
Leroux remembers well because it's the closest past life.
They were the ones who came out from all of the world in 49th year.
Big Rose looks around. This is America, the 19th century. So where are you? Leroux pointed at Jack. Big Rose investigated Jack's face. I wonder if he's about your age. He looks kind of sad. Leroux replies as Jack.
Our family must move far up into the mountains to dig for gold upstream.
Are you 49ers, too?
No, Dad used to be a farmer, but he failed in his search for gold. Now, he is employed as a miner. It's an employer's order to move.
It's sad that you're leaving the house you've grown accustomed to.
The move is because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. The employer wants to separate me from her child. The employer hates me.
Picture, who was silently listening behind, finally joins the conversation.
Isn't your employer your mother? In this past life, she should already hate you.
I agree. At that moment, Nina rushed over to Jack, who was waiting by the river. Leroux speaks.
It is Pamela. There are not many children here, and I'm Pamela's only friend. We used to play together for a little while before dance lessons.
Nina looked as if she was about to cry.
Are you going to stop playing?
Jack is at a loss for an answer.
That's true. But
that's terrible.
Nina then squats down and covers her face with her hands. Jack watches her face from side.
Nina.
Leroux watches Nena's face from the opposite side.
Pamela.
Big Rose and Picture look at each other on their faces.
Wow.
Suddenly Nina stood up. Jack and Leroux, who had been peering at her from both sides, recoiled at the same time. Nina said,
I forgot. I was wearing this.
Nina looked around at the dress.
Thank goodness it's not wet.
Picture gives a wry smile.
She pretended to cry.
That's right. I forgot.
Past in this life, you're the only one who can be deceived at the same time.
She is so innocent.
I won't forgive you.
Saying that, Nina started running happily. Picture speaks.
She has had many bad experiences in her past lives, but no grudges in her soul. She's like an angel.
Jack and Nina go out to the banks of a large river. There was a small raft for storing tools. It was used to collect gold sand. Nina gets on the raft. Jack stops her, but she won't stop. With a mischievous look on her face, Nina unties the rope holding the raft in place, and the raft begins to drift away. Jack steps into the shallows.
Stop. The water is colder than usual.
At that moment, the raft shakes and Nina loses her balance and falls into the river. Jack jumps into the river and swims to the raft. He then pulls Nina's upper body up. Nina drinks the water and coughs. With their upper bodies still on the raft, the two are swept downstream. A dog comes running from somewhere. The dog picks up a thick branch and jumps into the river. The distance between the dogs is getting shorter. The river is ending.
It flows into the ground. Once someone falls, they can never come back.
It looks like a big drain.
Nina and the others approach the inlet. There is a rock just before it. The only way to save themselves is to get on the rock. Jack shouts,
Get on there. We must get on it.
Nina also looks desperately at the rock. The dog, unable to hold on to the thick branch, throws it away and climbs onto the shore. The branch washes up near Jack. Jack calls out,
Here we go.
The two jumps toward the rock, but neither of them could get on the rock because they slipped. The raft went down the waterfall. Jack quickly grabbed a thick branch that was coming down the stream. The branch got stuck between the rocks and Jack was able to hang on. Nina grabbed onto Jack's leg. The two were exposed to heavy water on the slanting bedrock. LaRue speaks.
This is the nightmare I'm seeing.
In the nightmare, the girl was kicked after that. LaRue pleads with Picture.
Please help her.
I can't.
You already know. Now, we only look at what happened in the past. LaRue still goes to stop Jack.
Stop it. You'll live the rest of your life in regret.
LaRue tries to grab Jack, but his hand slips through.
Even after you're gone, you won't be able to forget this.
But the worst moment arrives. Jack kicks Nina. Nina screams and go down into the darkness.
You idiot.
With that, LaRue chases after Nina.
Pamela. Pamela.
Big Rose and Picture follow LaRue. Big Rose shouts, Give it up! Go back! Big Rose grabs Picture. Sir, excuse me. Big Rose goes under LaRue and received LaRue using Picture. In that position, the Big Rose flies upward. When they reach the ground, a woman collapses in shock. Big Rose could tell from her appearance that she was May of this past life. Big Rose murmurs, Girl May! Big Rose looks at Nena's mother and is sucked into the light above with LaRue on Picture. The three emerge from Akasha's wall of light and fall to the floor in pieces.
Oops, that was close.
Mirror said, catching the picture. LaRue and Big Rose fall to the floor. Floor Lamp asks Big Rose,
Why did the boy was on Picture?
It was a lot going on. Sonya picks up Big Rose and asks Picture,
So, what did you find out?
It is the weakness of his heart. Perhaps ever.
I knew it.
The wound is deep. I hope he has good inspiration.
Laru picks himself up.
My mother was protecting Pamela from me.
Laru slowly gets up.
I'm sure it will happen again.
Sonya speaks.
Next time, you can help her.
I should disappear.
Saying so, Laru opens the door.
I have to leave the island.
That's not right. Don't go out such feeling.
Laru walks out the door. Sonya rushes after him. They walked out the door and returned to the time they had each entered. Before Sonya, Laru is not there. There is May. May has just left Akasha after yelling at Laru. This is the moment when a strong inspiration hits her head. Sonya calls out to May, who is acting strangely.
What's wrong?
May is now anger at Laru suddenly boiling over, but she never says that.
No, I just have a headache.
Then, two leave there. A brief time later, Laru emerges from Akasha. Laru has only firm determination in his heart.
I have to leave the island.
Episode 8 is over. Finally, Laru realized what he had to do.
It's not what Sonya wanted, though.
Metan and Tsumugi, please come here.
What on earth are you doing? You called us to this place.
There is no place for me in the next episode 9.
There are too many voice actors, so there is no role for you.
It is crowded because there are many people. So why don't the three of us play voice actors?
Are you going to take over this place? But there are no men in Team Ahiru.
This ultra voice changer I made will do the trick.
I am picture.
Good, let's do it with this.
Then, before they notice, let's start episode 9.